People love to hate clowns. I don't know what it is, but they used to be the thing that made people laugh, and now they're the thing of nightmares. So, but it works. It's a tried and true formula for horror movies now. It's a slasher killer clowns. This one, Clown in the Cornfield, based off a 2020 book, which I have right here. I did start it. I was hoping to get it done by the time I watched this movie. Didn't happen. I'm only on chapter 5, so I got a long ways to go. But I will say already that there are some differences between the book and the movie. Not a big surprise. Biggest thing being, the opening scene in the book isn't in the movie. Go figure. It is addressed in the movie, not in the movie. So at some point, I'm going to do a comparison between the book and the movie. But until then, the movie, very interesting. I like the movie. It was fun. It was entertaining. It's not going to be the horror movie of the year. I'll tell you that. It's also not going to be something you haven't seen before. I mean, there are interesting aspects to this movie in regards to uniqueness, but in the grand scheme of things, it's your typical slasher movie. It's got bloody, gory kills. It's got a lot of comedic tone to it, and that's okay. I like horror comedy. I'm not going to say it's huge comedy aspects to it, just a lot of one-liners, a lot of funny things that happen throughout the movie. But as far as the story goes, I like the story in this. It's captivating. The characters have great development. I love the characters. I want more of the characters. They're so good and so engaging. That's something I was a little worried about with this, because the past couple horror movies I watched, the characters weren't engaging. They weren't something I cared a whole lot about. This one gave me all of that and some. Quinn, the main character, she's fallen in love with one of the local boys, Cole. He's got this little clique going on. Are they good? Are they bad? We don't know. They kind of start trouble, but they kind of don't. There's this big tension in the town between the adults and the kids. I mean, that tension is immediate. You right away know something's going on between the kids and adults in this town, that just, there's a big secret. We don't know what that secret is yet, but when you find out, it's like, wow, okay, this is where the uniqueness comes in. Now, what happens is Quinn and her dad, well, they suffer a tragic incident. They have to move to this small town to get away, just start fresh. And when they do, they're starting to find out the town's secrets. And that has a lot to do with the tension between the adults and the kids, which we find out later. I can't really give you a whole lot of information on this movie, because the slightest bit of info does spoil pretty much the whole thing. So I got to tiptoe around what I say here. Unfortunately, what I can tell you is that the first half of this movie is very typical slasher movie. And you'll be like, okay, this is entertaining. I like it. I'm not blown away. Yeah, I've kind of seen this before. But then you hit that halfway mark. And that halfway mark is where things start to flip. We find out that Frendo, the killer clown who literally comes out of a cornfield, is attacking everyone. We don't exactly know why. We do find out through the movie what's going on. And at that halfway point, you start to realize that Frendo's a lot more than we thought he was. And why he's killing and who he is what makes this movie unique. It's when you find out who Frendo is and why he's doing what he's doing, it makes the movie more interesting and more engaging. And I'm like, okay, this does separate from other movies like Pennywise, Art the Clown, Jack in the Box, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, that kind of stuff. So in a way, the story behind this, quite unique. The action, the kills, cinematics, maybe not so much. You've seen it before, but again, still entertaining. Now, some of the comedic tone in this movie comes in play where the younger kids don't understand older technology. You know, they're very much tech savvy, right? But this town's kind of stuck in the 80s and 90s. They're very old-fashioned. So when the kids are trying to escape Frendo and they come across a rotary dial phone, they don't know how to use it, and they're kind of freaking out. It's just a hilarious situation for me.
Call 911. Where's the button, Jen? What is this? What kind of phone is it?
I know all the older generation that are going to be watching this, or us adults watching this who know what a rotary dial phone is and how to use it, are going to find this quite hilarious. I will also say this movie does a really good job of building tension and suspense. There are a lot of scenes where you know something's going to happen, but even though you know something's going to happen, it still kind of catches you off guard sometimes. It gives you that little bit of a jump scare. And then next thing you know, Frendo the Clown is dismantling people. It's pretty fun. I enjoy this movie. Again, it's not going to win Best Horror Movie of the Year, and there's some aspects of this that you've seen before, but there is a level of uniqueness to it, mainly in the story and the second half of this movie. The last act, especially the last act, totally worth it. This movie is actually really good. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I think this is definitely going to be one where I'm hoping we get a part 2. Like I said, I haven't finished the book yet. There is a part 2. The book, there is a part 2. So I'm wondering if this book ends the same way the movie did, or if part 2 of the book is the way the movie ended. I don't know. I haven't figured that out because I haven't finished the book. When I do, again, I will do a little comparison. But you definitely need to go watch the movie. I think it's fun. It's a great movie that came out at a very odd time of the year, in the middle of the beginning of the summer. So usually this is something I would expect to come out in the fall. Either way, fun movie, great movie, go see it. If you have seen it, leave your thoughts on it down in the comments. Do me a favor, please hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, and I will see you at the concession stands.